Hello friends, today we're going to start a basics of C# programming, that is how you can create constructor in C#. So what is a constructor first of all? So a constructor is a special method that you can implement that could be used to initialize the member variable of a class. Okay. And there are various types of constructor. There is a default constructor, parameterized constructor, and copy constructor within the C#. So we're going to implement the constructor and how you can use the constructor within the basic console application. We'll see that. So let's get started. Okay, so for this example, I've created one class. The name of the class is a demo. Okay, and I'm gonna write the constructor. So as far as the default access for the C# is a private, I'm gonna make it public. So I'm gonna write public, then the name of the class, that is demo. I'm not passing any parameter, so this is a default constructor, you can say. You can write anything that you want to write down within the body of the constructor. So let's say I'm giving some message right now. So let's say console.writeLine and write some message. This is default constructor, right? Okay. So we have a class and we have a constructor. How you can call this constructor? So simply make an object of the class. So give the name of the class, that is demo. Object is equals to new, and the name of the constructor, that is demo. And because we want to see the output, so console.readline to stick our output screen, right? And just hit the play button. So as you can see, we have the output. This is our default constructor, right? You can also plan to have a parameterized constructor. Let's say I'm gonna take two numbers, number 1, number 2, and by default the access of this member variables would be private. So let's say I'm gonna assign data to my private member variables number 1, number 2 with a constructor. So I'm gonna create one constructor. So I've created public demo, integer a, integer b, and a's value is going to be passed to number 1, sorry, and b's value is going to be passed to number 2, right? And let's say whatever the value which you are passing as a parameters of constructor, I want to print those values. So let's say console.writeLine and number 1, that is coming from number 1, okay, and number 2, which is from number 2, that is a variable number, right? So let's call, just pass the parameters. Okay, so if you can see, we have two parameters, integer and integer, and hit the play button. So you can see the output. Number 1 has a value 12 and number 2 has a value 12. So this is called parameterized constructor because we have passed the parameter, okay, that is integer, and here we are using the concept of constructor overloading as well, because you can see we have more than one constructor at a time in the same class, but the constructor is being executed which is matching the parameter. So in our case, parameterized constructor has matched the values, so it has been executed, right? So this is how you can use the simple constructor. I hope you will get the basics of constructor from this video. Thanks a lot. Happy learning.